Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. This is my second episode. So last time we discovered we were under mind control. We then broke the mind control, and the game ended. We then got reset, and we proceeded instead of breaking the mind control to just break the entire game. That was fun. I enjoyed it. So yeah, let's do this. Let's see what's next
All
on
of
our
his
list.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Has anything changed? Because I know stuff can change based on things that you've done. But it's not... Oh, hang on. It's the computer no longer a thing. Because it's not switched on. Oh, was it this one? No. Interesting. Okay. Still I hate Mondays. Nothing changed there. New door? Nope.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Okay.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So do we think there's more to the right? There probably is, right? But then there's also some stuff to the left that I did want to check out. So maybe we could do left and then branch off a little bit past going left. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. I love this game. I think this game is
Yet
brilliant.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Okay. Sorry,
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I thought that the table was different, but I think I'm wrong. I think I was wrong. The problem is I've started looking for things now, which means we're going into the broom closet.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay, do we wait around? Is he going to say anything? There's got to be something that you can one day interact with. So it looks like there's going to be something on the wall. So it looks like there's going to be like a cable, but then it's like drawn. I'm wondering if at a certain point in the playthrough, maybe something will appear on this wall, like a lever or something. And then you can go behind the scaffolding. Maybe it's all attached and it's a door or something. I'm going into a conspiracy theory rabbit hole here. But yeah. Okay, cool. We'll leave the broom closet, I guess. Okay, so now we've got
Coming
up or
to a
down.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs, you say? Well, to get the maximum amount of upstairs, we must first go downstairs. I think that's pretty good logic. Oh, what's under here? What's this? Oh, I can't read that. I don't think. Is there a way to... No. Okay.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet
Yes!
down?
Oh my god.
Doors close automatically behind him wherever he went. And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
I don't want to
I
miss any
suppose I'll wake
dialogue.
up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined
Oh, wait.
himself flying and
Oh, it
began
is
to gently
repeating.
float above the ground. Then he
Oh.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it
Oh.
too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he
Huh.
had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a
is any
moment
of it
ago?
changing?
How else would the voice explain all that?
It's
This
like
voice was a
5
part
to
of
6.
himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently.
Still 5 to 6.
And he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay. And... God damn it.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real.
5 to
I
6.
must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
That's actually very effective.
This
Just like
is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Wait.
She rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Okay, he's just poking fun at me now.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
She ran? Oh yeah, I guess, like, if she doesn't want anything to do with it, I suppose. The end is never the end, is never the end. Okay, we're back. So, going down the stairs leads to us going mad and dying. Okay, cool.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries?
Interesting.
Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
It's raining now. kind of ASMR-y. So that last one was actually quite effective at like building up kind of tension and stuff. Just the way that they like made the music all of a sudden come in like super loud with like the deep pounding of the drums and stuff. It was very effective at making you feel on edge. Um, not like scary or anything, just on edge.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There was another thing we could do down here. Screw it, we'll do that. We'll do this right door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he
Yep.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Absolutely.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art.
Yep.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
First open door on my left.
Stanley was so
No, I'm
bad at following directions,
Okay.
it's incredible he wasn't 5 years
Oh,
ago.
so the guardrail's gone again now. Interesting.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off
All
on
right.
the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
It's going to be basically we're going to get to the phone.
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your
Okay.
chance to redeem yourself.
So
To
this
put
is
your work aside,
to our wife and
to let
kids,
her
right?
back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh, I walked into a wall.
That's her, Stanley. You
Okay.
need to be the one to do this, to reach
Stop.
out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, white light, just like you said there'd be.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now.
Apartment
I want you to come in
427,
and tell me
just
all
like our
about it.
employee number. What the?
Gotcha.
That was creepy.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to
Huh.
commit their life to you?
Oh.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Yeah. Hello, wife.
This
You-
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh dear. Wait, what? Good morning, employee 427. Press right on your controller.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press X.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him.
This is
except that
creepy.
He's chosen his life.
What if I don't? What happens if I don't? Do I just have to stay in here with this mannequin forever? I can't interact with the door or anything. Alright.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the
Okay.
unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Please press square to watch TV. Is this a TV?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
What the hell?
First, he imagined that one day while at work,
That
he
was
stepped
weird.
up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
So he's like, has he like gone mad doing his menial job then? And he's like fantasizing that no one's around anymore. And he's making up the idea that all of this is happening.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
It's getting too real, man. It's getting too real.
As he wandered through this fantasy
Whoa.
world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called
What?
it the Stanley Parable.
Okay.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Is it just me, or has this game become sad all of a sudden?
But there is no answer. How could there
No, my
possibly be?
wife!
In
My
reality,
wife!
all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing
Goddamn
has
desk.
changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Guess I'm going to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this
Changed.
world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
So, I mean, like... Or is this maybe, like, a commentary on gamers? Even. I don't know. So, I'm not doing it. But what happens? I guess maybe nothing happens. Maybe that's the point. But then the whole point was that us pushing these buttons is kind of meaningless anyways. Right? Okay, I'm not pushing the button. How long do I have to... See, this is interesting. It varies from like being like really funny to being like or trying to be quite deep. And because I'm dumb, I don't know whether it's succeeding or not. But like I'm very intrigued. So do we have to push the button? Is that how this goes? I'm going to give it... How long have we been standing here for? I don't know. I guess whilst we're waiting to see if anything happens. So yeah, so far I'm loving this game. I think this is really cool. It's very different from anything else that I sort of play in my spare time. It's not really any sort of like twitch reflexes required or any combat or anything like that. It's all just like seeing what you can get to happen with the story. And honestly, right now, I have no idea whether the purpose of the story is to figure out what's going on and what has happened to your employees, or if the purpose of the game is to literally just like try and get you to think about things in weird ways. Or maybe the game is already answering what's happened to all of the employees in the building with this particular ending. I'm not too sure. Okay, I think we have to be at work, don't we? But he said don't push it. I want to push it. It is... See, I mean, it asked me for the time at the beginning, and it's not even reflecting the time. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. 0 out of 10. I'm returning this game immediately. No. Alright, we're going to push triangle to be at work in the morning, because otherwise we're going to be here for, like, days.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press X to question nothing.
Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. maybe this time. And I tried again, and
Oh
Stanley
dear.
pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
Okay. The end is never the end is never the... Okay, fine. And we're back again. Wait, there's a phone ringing. This way? This one? No. This one?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Ah!
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly.
Cool, I
Thank
did
you
it.
again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Oh, thank God. I was worried that we weren't going to get our thousands of cardboard boxes for a second. That's it. Yeah, I guess we can't do anything else with that. Isn't this the phone as well? Okay. God, nothing's changed here. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of
Right.
two open doors,
What's
he
the
entered
next
the
thing?
door on his left.
Do we have to go left? I think we might have to, right? I'm trying to think of what else we could do.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Brilliant. That is actually brilliant. He knows what I want. Let me into the broom closet. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Okay.
walked upstairs to
So-
his boss's office.
So that down there we went mad last time we went down there. There is another diverging path if we go up this way. But if we go down again, will something different happen? If the answer is no, then I'm about to waste everyone's time. Right, okay. Oh, so, yeah, I would have fast forwarded through it probably, but definitely. So, yeah, going down that corridor, as you probably just saw, always, or going down that staircase always seems to lead to the same thing. So we're not going to do that again. I'm hoping that it didn't mess up whatever that, like, box delivery thing was. But yeah, I got a trophy in amongst all of that because I kept hitting X to try and interact with things, and the game was like, "Here, have a trophy called You Can't Jump," because obviously X is usually to jump. So,
All
so
of his co-workers were
well,
gone.
there we go,
What could it
boxes.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The box delivery happened. That's great. Everything is boxes now. Okay. It was like 1,000 boxes, was more boxes. That's great.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right. We'll do the door on the left. There more boxes? No. Alright. Boxes?
Yet there was not a single
Nope.
person here
Okay,
either.
onwards.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait. Is this... Yeah, whatever. The executive bathroom again. What's this say? To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to just pick just one. To have to pick just one. Okay. Okay. Oh, this opens now. What the? Business strategy. Elevator. Okay, this is different. Do we go up? Let's see if we go up. Not too sure. Oh, excellent. This is a real jam. Oh, I need to download this. This is some good music. This puts, like, games like Nier Automata and an Elden Ring and anything else that I happen to have played to shame. So, where are we going? Where are we going, huh? Is this just here to make me insane? I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How about down? Good lord. Ah! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Alrighty.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley had to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Hey, passageway. Long time no see. Alright. Only let me push the down button. So we've got one more jump-off point that we can go to here. And I'm sure there's something to do with that elevator, I don't know what it is. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Violent death! Violent death!
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No, we're going down here. We're gonna die.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Oh,
and
yes.
willingly confront his death.
Yeah. Oh, good. This doesn't look ominous. Hello? Well, this is death, isn't it? Yep. Oh, wait. Oh, God.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Hang on.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't
Oh,
know
no.
the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
There's
Perhaps
got
his
to be a way
death
off.
was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from
No,
a blind
come on.
man.
Way off, way off.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent
Nope.
end to his
Nope.
brief and
No, I
shallow
don't.
life.
No, I don't.
Farewell, Stanley.
Nope. 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 Stanley! Stanley! Damn it! Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? What? What happened? My boxes! Okay. We have a new narrate. Oh, the Stanley Parable!
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What? Okay.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh my god, it's a map. What? Nature paintings. Cool. So wait, what is Stanley's computer? So it's like a museum of office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Interesting. It's a corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. The two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets. That sign was a little bit of a step backwards from the last one. Another office thing. We've got the office. Different doors. Just in case. You never know. No. Because of course it's just a screen. I'm an idiot. Right. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Okay. Credits. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Who's the narrator? Kevin Brighting. Huh. This is cool. This is a really, really cool way to frame this. So we are just in a museum of the Stanley Parable now. I'm just checking the time of the video. Cool. Right. This will have to be the last thing we do. The office. Different numbers. Maintenance room. Early version of the maintenance room. Staff room. We've been there. Monitor room. We've been there. I don't know what that fun thing is. Lots of money. What? A war zone? Early in development, we had designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Fair enough. That's fucking cool. This is awesome. This is like a sort of like a behind the scenes, like Ultra Deluxe announcements. In December 2018, we announced that the Ultra Deluxe version of the Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. These are screenshots of the videos we made for the announcement. Huh. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Huh. Okay. Interesting. More office, the lounge, early version of the lounge. The apartment timer. Oh. Hello. Oh, okay, just resets. Cool. In a previous version, the choice of leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Huh. Cargo lift. Cool. Okay. What else we got? Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the fourth version. Okay, I think... I don't want to, like, spoil the game for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is all really cool and stuff, but I'm a little bit worried that I'm gonna get, like, endings spoiled for me. Wait. Oh. What? Interesting. There's a confusion ending. So we would go... Okay. So there's a confusion ending, like, between the two rooms. We can look out for that. Wait, was this a dead end? Wait, where? Oh my god. Am I lost in a museum of the game? No, we're good. We're good. I think. Wait, no. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, so we went left and right. Different iterations of officers. Huh, huh, huh. Game design mock-up. It's a lift. Oh man, this is longer than I thought it would be. Which usually I would absolutely love. But I am going to actually run out of time. Okay, we're back here now. And we've gone, like, all the way round, so... There should be an exit somewhere, right?
Stanley pushed the orange lever.
Lol.
Then he pushed the number 4.
Huh. It's just random narrator outtakes. Wait, how do we leave? I'm so confused. Do we have to, like, actually, like, restart the game? Is that how this goes? Right, we've been down there now. Oh, exit. Cool. It's literally marked exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. how they both wish to be free.
Wait, what? Do we wanna turn it off? Alright.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two.
Oh, wait,
you can
what?
stop the program before they both fail.
Turn off
What?
your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
No!
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Interesting. Okay. So I mean, that obviously people aren't going to turn off their PlayStations. So the end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never is loading. Okay, that was another ending. Well, another. Did we do 2 endings today? Maybe even 3. I don't know. I mean, I'm doing this all in one play session. I'm probably going to keep playing, and I might even just upload them all back to back. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll split it over a few days. But okay, still enjoying it a lot. The one thing I would say that I would like, quite like, is maybe it would make it a bit too linear for them to do this, but obviously I went down and I did that endless looping corridor ending, and I did it twice. And the reason I did that is because obviously some puzzles reward you with new dialogue and stuff for going down and doing the same thing over and over again. Whereas that one, it just didn't, and it just sort of locked me into a really long ending that I'd already experienced. So I would have liked to maybe some way for me to know that that was a thing, or even for the game to just close that off as an option to me. Just because, I didn't really need to see that again. But like everything that I'm experiencing for the first time is really fun, and I'm still really enjoying it, and we are going to continue it next time. So thank you very, very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Farewell.